supplies based on the
Is this
facility
the time,
study.
Leon, where you would like us to tell you what our thoughts are on perhaps what our bottom line is?
I think that's time.
Okay.
Can I just?
Come on, let her talk. Let her
Well,
say
I just-
something about it.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's time,
I
and
mean,
people,
this is very
they don't know where we
important.
stand here, and we've been trying to deal with the trees, maybe we need to get to the forest, you know?
I, based on a couple of criteria, one being a declining enrollment, two being no substantial increases in programming, I think we need to start with the budget for the 2011-2012 year, the adopted budget, subtracting the surplus, which my understanding is that's 1.4 million.
I guess I'd have to just see what Sue has to say.
This year. So it's not 1.4, it's 1. So taking the adopted budget less and that includes the buses came out of the previous year, as well as the incentive to retire came out of the previous year. So the adopted budget, which is $36,796,521 minus Sue's assessed $1 million. Adding back in the shortfall from the state of $330,000, and then what I've already suggested to you, actually I have a buffer of between 1% and 2%. So that's.
So you need to give me a bottom line, I don't know what you're talking about, I guess at this point, so what are you saying?
I'm saying, it comes in at roughly, it's 36,796,521 minus $1 million plus 330 plus 356,265. Gives us 356,265, which is a buffer of 1%.
That's the 330.
So the number is $36,127,521.
Can you repeat that? So what you did, I'm sorry.
Can you just repeat the number?
I took the adopted budget from 2011 and 12 minus the projected surplus of 1 million, which is obviously in flux, adding back in roughly $330,000, which is the shortfall from the state. And in addition to that, I think we need to have, as Megan was talking about before, a budgetary buffer, and I think 1% is plenty, and we'll see how we do with that. And that number,
That's the number.
364,
$36,483,521.
Could you still tell me the bottom line again?
$36,483,521.
520 what?
One. Explain that and the one. So hard.
I'd just like to point out that would be a reduced budget then, because our collective bargaining increases then are not included in that. And the increases in
again,
healthcare are
we have a
also not.
decline in enrollment, we have no substantial program increases, and I can't justify an increase, we have to tighten our belt somewhere.
So essentially, that is requiring $1,137,846 to be removed from this budget, is what you're asking,
Yes, sir.
okay? $1,137,000, what do I have here? $1,137,846, roughly speaking.
What number are you using for the current budget request, please?
What number did you use for the current budget?
I just took the 37,000, what we presently have at the bottom line, 021,367.
I got 537,846, that's why I'm asking.
The number you gave me was 36,483,521, is that correct?
That's what Krista got.
And I subtracted that from the 37,021,367.
That's not, okay, that's not 1 million, right?
What did I do?
537,846. It's a reduction of 537,846.
Got my numbers.
That's almost 2%.
I like that.
Yeah, that's right, right? Okay.
I'm not the math, my kids are better at math than me, but 537,846.
I don't know.
What's the reduction?
540,
What's the percentage
$540,000.
501%.
Yeah, there we go, 540.
increase?
It's 2%.
It's a 2% increase.
We're 7.5.
That's the reduction.
540,000.
537,846.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. 537,
That's the reduction.
800.
Let's just say 540.
And I just want to be clear, and that number is coming off the budget that we have in front of us, not including the CIP, possible CIP of 400,000, not including the world language, not including the things we've talked about tonight.
Anything we might want to add back in.
And anything, okay, so it's the
My point
budget
being
that's
is
here.
that
Right.
because this doesn't represent any new programming,
Right.
and it doesn't represent any reflection of our decreasing enrollment, we have to start somewhere.